Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going over possibly one of my favourite weapons, Caustacyst. It is available from the Biolab for a hefty bit of research. To be honest, it is completely worth it. It's a completely elemental weapon with at base a 30% status chance, which means you can easily get it to 100% if you want. And you can mix and match some awesome elements on it. It comes with base corrosive. And with mine, I've put radiation and viral on as well, and just because I'm a little bit cautious every time I rad proc an enemy, I tend to get nuked in the process, so I tend to use this on my assimilate nicks, because let's face it, this looks bloody terrifying. Imagine that walking towards you. Now, my love for this weapon isn't just for the fact that it looks absolutely cool. It packs a punch. It's got a unique ability where the charge attack sort of splits a corrosive puddle out, and this does force a proc as well as a crit in a manner. It's not the greatest amount of damage, but it can be useful with just closing in that gap, especially because where I'm using it on assimilate nicks, I'm slow. But you can use it on whatever frame you like. I just like using it on nicks just because like I said, it looks amazing. Now, there is a catch to it. Admittedly, at this point, I am using Primed Reach. Primed Reach does not actually affect the charge attack, the puddles it throws out. It does go to where you aim it, so if you're looking down, it doesn't go that far. However, if you aim up a little bit or straight ahead, it goes as far as 20 meters, and that is it. It is not affected by Reach or Primed Reach. Like I said, though, I am using Primed Reach. That's purely for the fact that Nyx is slow with this build, and it means I can just hit things that little further away, because it still does affect the basic melee attacks. Now, it is a really powerful weapon, and from what I have seen as well, no one has been showing builds of it with some of the new melee mods that have come out. I'll be going into a little bit more detail with that when I show the build. Now, the one place this weapon does actually seem to suck, to be honest, is nullifiers. The charge attack, you would assume, would go right through the bubble and either destroy the bubble or it would hit the nullifier in the middle and kill him. It doesn't. You need to do consecutive charge attacks to actually destroy the bubble in the first place. This takes a bit of effort and time. You are better off literally just diving into the bubble, giving him a quick slap, and then running out. It can do some serious damage, and the damage actually comes from its status chance, really. If you don't have to go for 100%, I like the 100% because of a mod that I am using on it, which really helps out. But you don't actually have to do it yourself. You could probably go for a little bit lower, probably go for higher damage, lower stats chance. It's entirely up to you how you want to mod it. But like I said, due to one of the newer mods that have come out, I don't personally think that is exactly required. It packs a punch regardless, along with the fact that its charge attack actually initiates a stun. And as long as the enemies are in that stun animation, you can actually perform finishers on them, which is where a lot of this weapon's damage actually comes from. Just do a quick charge attack, run towards them, and you can actually do a finisher from there. Now, like I said, I'm using both radiation and viral. It comes with base corrosive, so this makes it very good at wiping out pretty much all forms of armour. So whether that be ferrite, fossilized, alloy, the radiation and corrosive will basically nuke its way through that. It does struggle a bit with this setup I'm using against higher level corpus, but you can easily just swap the mods around, so you've got magnetic and gas as well as the base corrosive. Now, the mod I am actually on about which helps boost this is condition overload. That's 60% increase for every elemental proc I have. In total, that's 180%. That's the same damage that you would have using two 90% elemental mods. Like I said, I'm also using Primed Reach. You could use Lasting Sting if you wanted. Now, quickly going back to condition overload, that affects all of my damage output. the corrosive, the radiation and the viral, not just if I were to use the 90% elemental mods, the one element or the combined element that would actually fit. So in total I'm using Vicious Frost, Primed Fury, Primed Pressure Point, Virulent Scourge, Voltaic Strike, Volcanic Edge, Primed Reach, your choice, and Condition Overload. Thanks very much for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra!